Welcome back. We are moving on to our next section, that is irrationality of numbers. That is the exercise 1.4 in your textbook. Okay, you know what are irrational numbers. We have discussed about rational numbers and irrational numbers. I will explain once again. We know rational numbers are those numbers that can be written in the form P by Q, where Q not equal to 0. So irrational numbers are what? Irrational numbers are those numbers that cannot be written in the form P by Q. For example, root 2, root 3, pi, they are all irrational numbers. So in this section we have to prove that these numbers are irrational. How we will prove whether these numbers are irrational or not? I am just telling root 2 is irrational, but we need a proof whether they are irrational or not. So in order to prove that, we are using a method of contradiction, which means, suppose if we are asked to prove root 2 is irrational, then what we have to do? We have to assume, or we have to make an assumption that, or we have to make a contradictory statement that root 2 is rational, opposite of irrational, rational. First we have to prove root 2 is rational. If that condition is satisfying or not satisfying, that we have to check whether our contradictory statement or assumption is wrong or not. As per that, we can write whether this number is irrational or not, or that way only we can prove, otherwise we cannot prove. We have to use a contradictory statement. We have to assume these numbers as rational first. From that we will reach a solution, what, whether they are irrational or not. I will do it in the problem. These are some step by step, so many steps are there, so you need to write all the steps as per the full theorems. So let's discuss that. Here we have to prove root 2 is irrational. We have to prove root 2 is irrational. So I told you we have to make an assumption first. What assumption we have to make? We have to first assume that root 2 is rational. From that we will come to the contradictory statement. Okay, you have to be very careful. You have to listen, or you have to write all these steps. Okay, let's start. We have to prove that root 2 is irrational. Let us assume by contrary that root 2 is rational. So we are first assuming that root 2 is rational. For rational, what is the form of rational numbers? Rational numbers can be written in the form P by Q. Here I am using A and B as the variables. You will be more familiar with A and B. So root 2 is equal to A by B. We have written here root 2 is rational. So I am just denoting root 2 is equal to A by B. Rational numbers we can denote in the form A by B, where B not equal to 0 and A and B will be co-prime numbers, such that A and B are co-prime numbers. What are co-prime numbers? Co-prime means A and B will have only one common factor, that is 1. We know prime factors are those numbers, they have only two factors, 1 and that number. For example, for 2 and 3, what is only one common factor in these two? Common factor is only 1. They have only two. The factors of 2 are 1 and 2, and for 3 it is 1 and 3. So which factor is common in these two? Only 1. So 2 and 3 are co-prime numbers since they have only one common factor, that is 1. So in this also we have stated that root 2 equals a by b since root 2 is rational as per our contradiction. B not equal to 0 and a and b are co-prime numbers. This is an important step. A and b are co-prime numbers. Okay. Now I am going to write root 2. I am just cross multiplying root 2b equals a. Root 2b equals a. We have written like this. Now we need to take this root 2 from here. So what we have to do? We have to square. So squaring on both sides, then this will become 2b square equals a square. 2b square equals a square. From this we can write it as b square equals a square by 2 also. That means a square will be completely divisible by 2. B square equals a square by 2. This means that a square is completely divisible by 2, right? So if a square is completely divisible by 2, then a will be divisible by 2, right? Definitely, if a square is divisible by 2, definitely a will be also divisible by 2. So we can write, since a square is divisible by 2, since a square can be divided by 2, that is what is divisible. A square is divisible by 2. Since a square is divisible by 2, then a is also divisible by 2. A square is divisible by 2, then a also is divisible by 2 as per theorem. As per theorem 1.3. There is one theorem 1.3 in your textbook. As per that theorem, if a number a square is divisible by p, a prime number, then a will also be divisible by a prime number. There is no doubt in that. If a square of a number is divisible by a number, then definitely that number also will be divisible by that number. Okay. Since a square is divisible by 2, then a is also divisible by 2 as per theorem 1.3. So this is our equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. So I am going to write a equals 2c. I am just going to make a substitution. Put a equals 2c. I can make the substitution because a is completely divisible by 2. C can be any integer. Okay. C is any integer. C is any integer. Then our equation 3 will become 2b square equals 2c square. Okay, our equation 3 will become 2b square equals, now our a is 2c, right? Our a is 2c, then a square 2c the whole square. That means 2b square equals 4c square, or b square equals 2c square, or b square equals 2c square. Or another way we can write c square equals b square by 2. C square equals b square by 2. Here also we can see that b square is completely divisible by 2. When we are dividing b square with 2, we are getting a result. So b square will be completely divisible by 2. Then b will be also completely divisible by 2. So we can write, since b square is completely divisible by 2, B will also be divisible by 2. But what was our first assumption? A and B should be co-prime numbers. If B is divisible by 2 means 2 is a factor of B. Here A is divisible by 2 means 2 is a factor of A. That is a contradiction to our assumption. We have stated that A and B are co-prime numbers. But what are co-prime numbers? Co-prime numbers will have only one factor which is common, that is 1. But here we have seen that 2 is also a factor of those two numbers A and B. So our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. We have got another factor other than 1 as a factor of A and B. Okay. But our assumption is wrong since A and B are co-prime numbers. They must have only one common factor, that is 1. But in this 2 is also a common factor of A and B. Therefore, root 2 is irrational. We are just assuming that this number root 2 is rational first. From that statement, we are coming to our solution that it is not a rational number, it is an irrational number. These are the steps. These steps are similar in all the questions related with this to prove irrationality of number. First we have to assume it as rational, then we have to square the terms, then we will make a substitution. From that we will prove in this way. Steps are similar. Just have a look at this, it will be more clear.